Hi, it's Debbie Nicholson speaking, and I'm in my office, the bed. I'm not actually in it, I'm standing on the steps because we step up into our bed. And underneath the bed, of course, is our washing machine and dryer, and our drawer space for our clothes and things, Never enough for a woman, of course. However, I'm getting used to not having too much space to put things into. Now, the lighting's not too bad in here. I thought it would be terrible, but it's not great. But at least I haven't got my red nose, so that's something from being outside, out in the lounge. Today I wanted to talk to you a bit more about being happy and grateful, because I don't think we've said enough about that. And one way you can do it is by sitting down quietly one day, once a week, and writing a letter to somebody, telling them how much you appreciate their friendship or what they did whenever you saw them doing something. I used to love doing this, I don't know why I still do it, or don't still do it. I mean, it just gave me so much pleasure. I'd go to church and listen to all the little speakers. I mean, I did a lot of work with the children in that time, and some children get up and do big adult speeches in front of people, and they're very, very good about it. And so I sat down quietly one day and wrote down all their names and what they wrote about, and did much writing about the topic they were talking about. And in the week, I went home and wrote them all a letter and told them how I enjoyed their talk and how I enjoyed the message, and quoted some of the message so they knew I actually was listening. And sometimes I would make cards instead, and cut out letters and put those on the front of the card or something like that. And if it was a child, I'd try and make it something a bit special for them, And the next Sunday I'd take it back to church and I'd give it to them or their mother if they went to church. And, people got quite teary at sometimes, because I'd taken the time to thank them for preparing their talk and talking to me. And so I started doing that for a long time. I don't know what made me stop doing it, because I remember those days quite a lot. And I was reading something the other day, and it reminded me of that experience of how you can make someone feel really good if you just take the time out to sit down and actually write them a letter. It doesn't have to be a long one. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just all you have to say is, look, I woke up this morning thinking about you, and I'm really grateful that you're my friend, and thank you for being my friend, and thank you for having me for afternoon tea the other day, or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't need to be anything really fancy. But I tell you what, it conjures up feelings in the person who's getting the letter, and then you might start a whole snowball running around the world. They might think, oh, I might sit down and write to such and such now. And then that person might do the same, and you've got this domino effect, and guess what? You're spreading all this love around the world. And isn't that what this world needs? Is a lot more love. We don't have enough of it. That's right. And those poor people over there who are constantly at war with each other, they don't have enough love in their life. If they did, they wouldn't be doing these things. They would be instead using their brains and their resources to further the world in technology or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're not going to get on to that. I just wanted to talk to you about writing this letter of appreciation to someone, because it's just another way of showing how grateful you are to have someone in your life. It's nice for your husband to find a little letter sometimes in his pillow, or in his lunch when he goes for work. I know I used to do this for the children. I used to write them a little letter and put it in their lunch boxes sometimes, but not every day. And they'd come home, they'd be so excited because they'd had a little letter from Mum, and when she put that in there, that was great. And I was reading something in LinkedIn the other day about a wonderful husband who posts on there quite regularly, and he said in all of their years of marriage, his wife, he travels the road a lot, his wife has put in a note for every day that he's away, and it's become a ritual for them, and she hides them. And sometimes he gets quite disappointed because he can't find one for a certain day, and for one of the days he's away, and he might sulk about it for a little bit. Anyway, when she rings and he says, look, you didn't get a chance to put in a letter for me today, and she'll say, yes, I did, it's in such and such, such and such, and he goes and has a look, and there it is in his sock, or something, you know. I thought it was so lovely. I thought, oh, wouldn't that be great to start out my marriage that way? I would have been so busy though, because you know he was away a lot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I've done my best, and we're still together after 26 years. I'm surprised he's had the patience actually to be with me still. Yeah, it's nice to talk to him about him to you, because I've not really had the opportunity to talk much about him to anybody, because there's only ever been me to talk to. So now I've got this video thing going, and we're doing the 90-day challenge. Wow, I've got an audience. It's great. I'm just really enjoying it. Anyway, so now if you're on my whoisDebbieNicholson.com, please come and be on my list by clicking on one of the images. And if you're on my Deb's Big Idea Mastermind, click on one of the images and come through to our Big Idea Mastermind sales funnel, and you'll come onto my list that way. Look, it's no use just saying, oh, I don't want to do that, without being informed. If you're not informed about something, how can you make a decision? So just click on the link and just see what we do, and just see, well, is this part of me or not? Is this what I want to do? If not, I'd still like to be associated with you. And so just, you know, Skype me or something and say, look, I don't want to be part of your business, but I'd love to be just in your circle of friends. That would be great. I'd love that too, you know. So, and if you're on my KDeb Empower site, well, just click on one of the images in the article there, and you'll go through to our Empower sales funnel. And there again, if you're not interested in being part of Empower, that's fine. As long as you just get in touch with me some way. You've got 3 websites in which to get in touch with me. I try and mention them every day so that you've got the choice. If you don't want to be part of my business experience, that's fine, because I do a whole lot of other things as well. I've got lots of interests, and I'd love to get to know you better, and just having you in my circle of friends will be great. Alright, so anyway, well, I hope that the weather's treating you well where you are. The weather is winter here now. We don't actually have snow where we are, but it's a little bit chillier at night and in the morning when we get up. And because now my husband's home, I don't have to get up and put the heater on in the morning before I get out of bed. Isn't that wonderful? Because he gets up, he's such a gentleman. But anyway, last night I noticed that we went to bed and he hadn't turned it off, and normally I just lie there until he goes and does that. Anyway, last night I thought, I said, no, I'll go and turn it off. He said, no, I'll get out. I said, look, I'm closer. So I trotted out of bed and turned the heater off. You know, when you get a chance to just be together by yourselves, it's wonderful, really, because you create a whole new relationship, and life's really fun. Alright, okay, well, I better go. My mum's okay so far, so we just got to hope and pray that she will pull through. Alright, okay, so now look, I'll talk to you again tomorrow, the best I can, and you have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world.